Something hit in close. Thought it was a red. It's a speck. Oh, nice speck. Nice speck. That's good. I got two. That's enough for me to try a new recipe today. Might be the keeper red I'm looking for. Let's see if we're going to make the 16-inch stretch. Oh yeah, he's about 17. Awesome. There's my fish sticks. So today's catch and cook is going to be oven-baked Parmesan fish sticks. So the ingredients we're going to need for today's dish are olive oil to coat the cookie sheet, seasoned breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese. We'll melt 3 tablespoons of butter, add it to the breadcrumbs, and then add the cheese in. We're going to use a half a cup of flour, a teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper for the initial dredge. We use 3 beaten eggs for the egg wash. Then we have about 2 pounds of fish fillets we'll cut into finger-sized pieces to use. I've got 2 red fish fillets and 3 speckled trout fillets to use today. First thing we'll do is we'll beat 3 eggs to make our egg wash. Get these beat real good and then we'll set them aside. Then we're going to melt our 3 tablespoons of butter. Once it melts, we're going to let it cool for a minute. While we start to prep everything, we'll go ahead and start to preheat our oven to 450. Next thing we'll do is we'll take our melted, cooled butter and mix it all in with the breadcrumbs. And this should make the breadcrumbs crispy as the fish bakes. The reason why you want it to cool a little bit is you don't want it to be hot when you put your Parmesan in. Get a good mix of all that. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a half a cup of Parmesan cheese to the 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs. Get a real good mix on all this also. Then I'll take and I'll mix my flour and salt and black pepper together for my seasoned dredge. Get a good mix on this also. And the next thing I'll do is I'll go ahead and prep my fish. I'll cut the bloodline out of the red fish. So I'll take my fish fingers and I'll dredge them in flour, then egg wash, and then breadcrumbs. And I'll do the red fish and speckled trout separately so I can keep them segregated on a cookie sheet. Once I get them in the breadcrumbs, I'll kind of pat them a little bit to make sure a bunch sticks. So once I got my fish battered, I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil on an aluminum foil lined cookie sheet, and I'm going to basically paint the foil with this as a non-stick agent. Then I'll just take and line my pieces up. And I'll do the same thing to prep the speckled trout. And we'll get all of our speckled trout pieces on the tray. We'll go ahead and put them in a 450-degree oven, bake them for 10 minutes, and then check them and flip them. Well, it's been 10 minutes, so we'll take them out and flip them. See what they look like. I can smell the Parmesan cheese in the house. Smell delicious. Look pretty good. Looks like if I scrape under them, they come right up. First attempt at this. Looking pretty good though. Probably if I used a spatula and slid underneath every one, it'd probably come up a lot better. Whoa, baby. Seems like once they cooled a second, they come off the paper better. I got them all flipped over. I'm busted the batter on a few, but all in all, they look really good. And it says to go another 5 to 8 minutes, so I'll go with 6 and then see what they look like. Well, that's the second 6 minutes. Let's see what they look like. Don't want to brown them some more. I think I'm going to go a couple more minutes just to see. So 2 more minutes. They were sizzling away though. So timer off. Oven off. So this is 18 minutes total. Oh, they look pretty brown. I can see them kind of bubbling in the center. I'll let them sit for a minute and rest, but boy, that's pretty. It's like the smaller pieces might be crunchy. All right, so we got redfish on this side and speckled trout on this side. And instead of masking the flavor for the taste test with tartar sauce and all kind of stuff, I'm just going to try some good old ketchup. The crust has a little bit of a crunch to it. It battered real well. It held together real well. Real good flavor for oven-baked fish sticks. Way better than Gordon's or Mrs. Paul's or something like that. You don't really taste the Parmesan cheese in the breading, but it really makes it crisp up nice. So this is a piece of speckled trout. Look how pretty that is. Well, real mild flavor, real good. These would be real good once it cools to make fish sandwiches with. Try another piece of redfish. Surprised at how well the batter holds together. Try it without ketchup. You can definitely tell the difference. The redfish is a little denser, a little different flavor. I like redfish though, so. So I saw this recipe on the Pioneer Woman's cooking show and I wanted to try it. And I gotta definitely give her a thumbs up for this one. This is a really good recipe. The only thing she did different was she used fresh parsley chopped up into breadcrumbs. So I just used a seasoned breadcrumb that had dried parsley in it. But man, I am really impressed with how good this is. I'm not going to say it's as good as deep fried fish because we all know nothing's as good as deep fried fish. But this is a really good recipe. Calorie-wise, I don't know if you save anything. You're putting cheese in the batter or cooking oil, who knows, but I really enjoy this. This is a thicker piece of speck here. So oven baked Parmesan fish sticks. Very, very good recipe. I will definitely do this again. Till the next video, get out there and go fishing.